Good morning. So we're going to continue to work with our Creating Theories About Characters unit. And yesterday we looked at how we should expect characters to be complicated and show more than one trait. And I was able to give the in-class students a character trait list here of all kinds of different character traits that a character could be. And I am going to attach this also to today's lesson for the at-home learners so that you can use this when doing your journal entry on your character and trying to come up with some traits. So yesterday, some of us decided to do an emotional timeline or a web or a written explanation, but I thought it would be important to continue looking at the difference between traits and emotions. Remember, a trait describes a character's personality, and an emotion describes a character's feeling at the time. So like sad, excited, angry, happy, embarrassed, where traits would be selfish, greedy, generous, how they act when they're feeling a certain emotion. So I'm just going to kind of write this out for you as an example. So sometimes when a character is angry, remember all characters feel angry at a certain time. How they act would be their trait. So I have this backwards. So the emotion is angry. And a trait might be violent. Characters get violent when they are angry. But other characters, when they're angry, might shut down. So there's definitely a difference between some characters when they're angry might be, I'm going to just keep going, rebellious. They might break rules. Where others might be resentful and hold things in and hold onto things for a long time. Some might be negative. Some might be impatient. Okay, so all of these traits could be connected to the emotion of anger. So how your character acts when they're angry would be a trait, okay? Another emotion might be sad. And characters all act different when they're feeling sad. Some characters who are sad might be unconfident. They might be helpless. I can't do anything. Well, others might be angry when they're sad. They might get violent because they're sad and they don't know how to act. Others might be untrusting because they're sad. Some might be depressed when they're sad. And others, even though they're sad, might still be optimistic. So they might still think, you know what, I'm upset right now, but I'm still feeling like things could be okay. So different characters act different ways when they feel sad. So again, the emotions are anger, sadness, happiness, where traits are how they act when they're angry or when they're sad. So I just wanted to review that a little bit with you, and you don't need to complete this sheet. I just wanted you to have it so you had a little reference or an idea of the difference between traits and emotions. So today we're going to continue to create some theories about our characters, because yesterday, again, we worked at expecting a character to be complicated and show more than one trait. And today we're going to look at how characters have less likable sides. Even the heroes in our books have less likable sides. And we're going to explore that in your journal entry. Our I can for today is the same as yesterday. I can make inferences about a character's personality. But we're going to be focused more in on looking at their less likable sides. Some of you are still going to be adding some traits and adding some traits to your journal entry, and that's fine because I asked you to continue working with your character and finding more traits as you read. And remember, the jotting should really only take 5 to 10 minutes. You shouldn't be jotting tons when you are doing your journal entry. Spelling and grammar don't count. But I'm going to kind of show you. Yesterday I showed you a web that I created for Luke. And what I did is I continued to add to my web today. But then I took a look at a trait that I felt was less likable that I had written down. So I don't like how Luke is so obedient. I don't like that he follows the rules all the time. So I kind of highlighted this and put a little upside down frowny face. You could do this on your journal entry, like look at the traits that you don't like about your main character, and you could highlight them or circle them or put a little upside down frowny face on them. You could do it on your emotional timeline, but be looking for less likable traits that your character has, not just the likable traits, because all main characters have less likable sides, just like all villains at times can have likable sides. So there's more than one side to every character. So today you're going to take out your notebook, continue adding to yesterday's entry. If you come across some new traits, and your reading that you did last night or your reading that you're going to do today, jot it down. And then take a look and see if you can circle or add or frowny face or highlight a less likable trait. I also don't like how cautious Luke is. I might have highlighted this one. So I'll put a little frowny face here because I hate that he has to plan everything out, that he has to count 3 times before, count the neighborhood 3 times before it empties out, before he sneaks out of the house. It bothers me that he's so cautious. So as repeating, you're going to take about 5 to 10 minutes today. Continue to add some traits with evidence to either your emotional timeline or web. And then you are going to look and highlight, circle, frowny face, whatever, 1 or 2 of the traits that are less likable for your main character. All right, have a great day.